Chaz Marler here from Pair of Dice Paradise. Today, I'm going to try something a little bit different. No script, no weird stuff going on. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to share a box with you. What this box is essentially what I spent, my month's allowance or my disposable income on, my board game allowance for the month. And instead of just tweeting some photos of the open box, I thought, you know what, I'll open it here live on camera with you guys in order to show you documentation of the games that this month I thought were worth spending my hard-earned money on. What were the games that made the cut for me to actually go out and buy? So that's what's in this box. It's been waiting for over a day for me to get everything set up and open it. And so let's open this guy up and let me show you what I went and ordered this month. Got my handy dandy knife. I'm also joined by V-Bug, even though you can't see her. Say hi, V-Bug.
Hello.
There you go. All right. Woo. There is about there should be 6 items in this box, so it's not like it's crammed full of 20 things or anything. Let's take a look at what those 6 things are. Oh, okay. Now, we start the process of unpacking the box. You know, maybe I'll just skip ahead and I'll just skip that part this time. All right, let's see what we got in here this time. Item number 1 is the Suburbia 5-star expansion. Suburbia is one of my probably top 10 favorite games, and this expansion, even though it's hard to spell, looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And add some star attractions and things that you can add to your little suburbs. So I'm really looking forward to this, and it's just a thin little expansion which comes with some extra tiles. You know, in post-production I'll probably add some fancy-dancy titles and overlays and stuff like this. Yeah, it's going to be impressive. Okay, so Suburbia 5-star, item number 1 in the box. All right, let's see what is going to be next. Next in the box this month is Medieval Academy. This one, a friend of mine in my game group, John Erickson. Oh, what's the guy's name? Anyway, there's a certain guy in my game group who's kind of one of my connections for board games. He has a board game collection that dwarfs my own and puts me to shame with his own acquisition disorder. And he had Medieval Academy when it was only available in Europe. He got a copy of that one and introduced me to it. And I have been waiting since I played it with him at that time to get a copy of it, because this is a nice little game that I'm looking forward actually to playing with the family. My wife and V-Bug, I'm hoping to introduce this one to. It's mentioned that, I've mentioned before in other videos that every game that I get is usually because there's someone who enters my thought bubble, and I think of them and I think of enjoying a game with them. So this one, my wife and V-Bug were the ones in my thought bubble, and it also will be a good one to take to my game group and introduce to them. 2. So let's see what number 3 is. All right. Ooh. All right. This one is Hive Pocket. Now, I did a segment on Board Game Breakfast a few months ago, about the Hive app on iOS, and how offering constructive criticism that the Hive app on the iOS was done so poorly that it actually dissuaded me from investing in a physical copy of Hive itself. But since that time, I was introduced to the actual Hive physical game, and I loved it. It was great. Forget the iOS app. It's really awesome. So I got Hive Pocket because it's a little more portable, and I believe it has all of the expansions except one are in here. There's a certain expansion that is not in this, and through the magic of post-editing, I'll mention that right here. But this has all the other expansions in it, and it's smaller, portable, and this was one that specifically my daughter V-Bug, who's 8.5, was the one in my thought bubble for who I was really thinking of sharing this game with. So, item number 3 in the box. What's number 4? I don't know. Where is number 4? Box. Aha! Ah! Operation Faust. This is I believe, yes, this is a bluffing and deduction game, which our good friend Dan King, Board Game Geek, I heard him speaking about positively. So that's what got this one on my radar. I know there seems to be a dearth of deduction games going on, but this one I've heard pretty good things about. It seemed a little bit different, more than just trying to figure out who's the werewolf or the vampire or general whatnot. There's actually a couple other deduction games that I want to get, again, coming from Dan King's recommendations, but I don't think any of them are either in print or able to be remembered what their name is at the moment, so I'll have to bother him. But this was one that I got. This is one that I think my board game group in town is really the one in my thought bubble for this one. So that's who I'm planning on sharing this one with. And I don't know, going in this with no preconceived notions, this might be fun, it might stink. So after I get a chance to play it, I will be sure to let y'all know exactly how good this game actually is. So this one's kind of a test, kind of an experiment. That's number 4 in the box. Number 5 is gonna be awesome. Hooray! The Magic the Gathering Duel of the Planeswalkers. I love HeroScape. HeroScape is probably within my top 3 games of all time, and my daughter, who's about 8.5, is this close to being to the age where I think I can introduce HeroScape to her and actually play, instead of just playing with the little toys and models, actually playing the game HeroScape with her. So since she's being so close to being able to play HeroScape itself, I wanted to invest in this as kind of a transition to also introduce her from HeroScape to this, to actually Magic the Gathering, the card game itself. I thought it has the concepts of both, so it was a really good kind of chain of games to introduce her to. So that's why Magic the Gathering Duel of the Planeswalkers is number 5 out of 6 in the box. Of course, plan on playing this one with other members of my game group as well. Hooray! And everyone that I can wrangle into playing it with me. All right, lastly, number 6. Yes, you can play with the packing. Do not make a mess with the packing peanuts. The last thing I want is a mess.
There's already a mess.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look down.
Oh, well, step around them. Lastly, number 6 in the box is Fields of Arle, which is an Uwe Rosenberg game. Heavy, just like Caverna, and Uwe is the person who made Caverna. This is supposedly a 2-player only game. Actually, I guess 1 or 2-player game. But I got this one because, try to get that not reflecty. Last year, I bought this one with the express purpose of hopefully playing it with my wife, who is a master strategist. That's just not me or her saying it. She's taken personality tests, and that's actually what came back on her test, is that she is a master strategist. And she's never let me forget that, especially when we play games and she defeats me soundly. Because I'm not a master strategist. I believe what I'm called is a easily distracted, rabbit-like strategist. So I will get distracted quite easily. So I bought Caverna last year with the hopes of playing that with her, and we actually haven't had opportunity to sit down and set this one up and go through it and everything. I've played it with some others, though, at a local convention, and it was fun. But specifically for my wife, that's why I got Fields of Arle, was to share this one with her and hopefully get a chance for a nice one-on-one game of this and to see if her masterful strategies can still put up with a game like this and still survive. And, you know, not just if she'll beat me, but how much she'll be able to beat me by. So, there's the 6 items, whoosh, in my box that I got this time. And I don't know, this video is kind of an experiment. So, if you hated this video, don't let me know. But if you loved this video, let me know in the comments below. And anyway, thank you for taking the time to join me as I open up my box of fun for the month. And I will see you again in another video soon. Have fun and take care. If you or someone you know just happens to be interested in a few excess packing peanuts, contact Chaz at Pair of Dice Paradise or at Dice Paradise on Twitter and make me your best offer.
No, I want them all.
Never mind.